Hey everyone, and welcome back to the smoking section. I'm Sean, and I am so excited to be back. One thing I do have to say, I always look forward to the Wednesdays where I get to do a live stream. I get to chill out with everybody. I get to hang out here on StreamYard, and I get to stream from so many different platforms now. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited about this, but it's not about my feelings today. Today, it is going to be about a cigar, which is a new one to me yet again. I'm bringing you guys a lot of different new cigars to myself. So I'm really, really excited to bring this one on. I already have somebody coming in saying, "What's up, Sean? What's going on, brother? How you feeling?" I am really, really excited about this. And without further ado, everybody, I'm going to bring it on. This is the Old Henry. And this is an absolute banger of a cigar. I've read so much about it. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to light this cigar up. Jessica's checking in saying, "Hey, you look at you in the Scooby-Doo shirt." Yes, it was my birthday this past weekend, and Jess's parents got me a Scooby-Doo shirt, which anybody who knows me knows that I love me some Scooby-Doo. And I figured I'd wear this because Scooby-Doo is I should do this side. Scooby-Doo is the main character in the Scooby-Doo show, and we got a nice little dog on the front of Old Henry. So I figured I would do that as well. Somebody's coming in saying, "Nice cigar," and Ted Urbanski is saying, "Hey, Sean, what's going on, Ted? How are you?" So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to light this up real quick while we're getting ready for everything. Pause and Smoke Roy saying, "Scooby-Dooby-Doo." Absolutely, man. Good to see you, brother. And Eric saying, "What's up, Sean?" And also a happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the love from you guys as always. So I'm going to be lighting this thing up. And tonight I am going to be using the Cigar V-Cut, or Cat's Eye as some people like to call it, which is one of my personal favorites. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this thing started. So this is still one of the cigars that I wound up picking up from my little trip to Holtz. I still have quite a few left that I will be bringing onto the show at some point in time as we continue on. Ooh. And Pause and Smokey Roy saying, "I'm down with cats and cigars." Yes, if you guys didn't know, Pause and Smokey Roy also has a YouTube channel as well where he does cigar videos as well. So if you ever get a chance, please check him out. Has a lot of good information there as well. But he is joining us tonight since we are doing a live stream review. So welcome, my friend. So far, right off the bat, I'm getting a beautiful, beautiful flavor of Old Henry here. Now, like I said, I have done a quite a little bit of research on it. I'm not going to say that it was a lot of research. I wound up reading a couple different things about Old Henry as I was on my lunch break today. One of them being that this is a Nicaraguan wrap with Nicaraguan fillers also inside of this, which just has a beautiful, beautiful texture to it. This is a Corojo wrapper, which if anybody knows, I am a big fan of Corojo wrappers. I love the look. I love the flavor that it puts out. It's an awesome, awesome cigar. And I mean, the flavor profile right now, I'm tasting a little bit of like a cedary taste to it, a little bit of nutmeg in there as well, or like a sweeter nut, I guess you'd say. A little bit of leather in there as well. But it just has a beautiful, beautiful flavor to it. And I'm really, really liking it just from the first light, I should say. I'm really, really interested to see where this is going to go and where this is going to take me. And first thing I would like to ask everybody tonight is, have you ever smoked an Old Henry? So for me, this is my first time smoking an Old Henry. Now, I've seen a bunch of people smoking Old Henry, different styles, different variants of it. The one that I am smoking tonight is the Toro of this, just the regular Old Henry. It's not the pure breed or one of the specialer ones. But this is a really, really good cigar so far. There's actually like an undertone of some earthiness to it as well, which is really, really interesting. Um, I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I smoke like a Corojo Wrapper, I never really get that earthiness to it. It's almost more of like the woodsier kind of taste on things. Um, at least most of the ones that I've smoked. Um, so kind of getting that underline, like that little tiny bit of earthiness to it is just a really, really nice surprise. But yeah, has anybody ever smoked an Old Henry cigar? I mean, I know probably a lot of people have. Um, but to me, I've never really been drawn to them, to be honest with you. I wound up picking this up because I was like, I've never had one, so I figured I'd bring it to the channel and see how it does. Um, but so far, I mean, I'm really liking the first light of this cigar, and it's a really, really nice blend. And Pause and Smoke saying, I have not. I've heard of it. Toro is my favorite size for me. Well, I will smoke. For me personally, I will smoke anything. One cigar size that I'm not too thrilled about is the Toro. I mean, not the Toro, the Torpedo. I'm not a big fan of a point on the end of my cigar. I am, but I'm not. So for me, having a Torpedo is almost like you can adjust how much smoke you bring in, um, which is nice. I do enjoy that part of it, but I always feel like if I cut too much off, then I'm wasting a lot of that tobacco in the tip. And, I don't always say that I would smoke it down that far because I don't think anybody smokes it down to like where you're like roaching it. But, to me, I just feel like I'm wasting a lot of that end of the cigar. So to me, I like a nice smooth draw. I don't like it where I'm smoking, a lot of air, and I don't like it when I feel like I'm like really having to tug on some smoke. I'm almost trying to draw it out more than if I were to just sit back and relax with it. So for me, like torpedoes kind of are that in between where I like the adjustment phase on them, but at the same time, I feel like I'm wasting them if I cut too much off. And I feel like if you cut too much off with a torpedo, it could go south really, really quick. Either you cut too much off and you can't put it back on, or if you don't touch or put enough off of it, you're going to wind up being, like you have to go back and recut it. You might lose some of the wrapper because now you have your saliva on it and it's already got some heat to it. So it just feels like it's just too much hassle for me sometimes. But nevertheless, I will smoke any size. I can't really say. I guess I would have to agree with you. I would definitely say that I like the Toros a lot more. They're just like that perfect size where if it's a really good cigar, you feel like you have enough of that cigar there that you can enjoy it all the way through. And I feel like it also gives you the opportunity to enjoy everything that cigar has to offer, the changing points, how the tobacco is going to react from first light all the way down to final third. So, to me, it's pretty nice. Peace, Love, and Guns is saying, hey, boy, what's going on, Peace, Love? And PLG in the house. I know, man. I love having you here, brother. I do. Pause and Smoke saying, the biggest ring you have ever done. Ooh, biggest ring I've ever done. What is the Big Johnny by Oscar? Is that an 80 ring? I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure that the Big Johnny by Oscar is like an 80 ring, which is a pretty massive cigar. I think the next one to that, which I think is just over a 60 ring, is the Asylum 13. I'm pretty sure for that one. The Asylum 13, the bigger one, I believe that's just over a 60, if not a 60 ring right there. Actually, you know what? It's going to be over a 60. I think it's going to be closer to like a 70 or an 80 ring for the Asylum 13. And I think the Big Johnny is either at 80 or a little bigger than 80. but I have smoked the Big Johnny before. That was about a 3.5 hour cigar for me. That was a lot of smoke. It really was. But that had really, really great flavor, though. The Big Johnny by Oscar was a really, really great cigar. Like I said, it was a lot of smoke for me. One cigar that I do want to try and tackle, and from what I understand, I think it's like an 8 hour cigar, is the big, it's like a 2 foot long cigar by La Hora. I can't remember what the actual name of the cigar is, but it's by La Hora. It comes in a single. I think it costs like $35 for this one cigar. It's about 2 feet long, and it comes in a brown box with, a piece of glass over top of it, so that way it's almost like a novelty cigar. But it's an 8 hour to almost a 9 hour cigar. I mean, it is pretty massive. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty big cigar. I would like to tackle that one day, at least see how far down I can get. But that's another one that I would definitely like to tackle at some point in time. And Pause and Smoke saying, wow, yeah, the Asylum 13 is big, like a 70 or 80. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's close to an 80. And I think the Big Johnny's probably a little bigger than that, if I remember correctly. Because I remember smoking the Asylum 13 for the first time, and I was like, wow, this is a pretty big cigar. And then I wound up grabbing the Big Johnny, and that was pretty massive too. Honestly, I didn't even know how to cut that. I wound up using a straight cut on it, and I think as soon as I cut it, I didn't feel like I took enough of it off, so I actually took my pocket knife and cut a little bit more off of it to kind of give it. But it felt like I was just like sticking a soda can in my mouth. I mean, it was pretty massive. I'm not gonna lie. And in case anybody was wondering, what I'm pairing my Old Henry with tonight is one of my personal favorites, my banana bread beer by Eagle, and it is one of my favorite beers. Absolutely love it. It's a great flavor, and to me, it's more of a summertime beer, but now that I'm inside and I'm not freezing my butt off, now I can drink some summertime beer. Pause and Smoke saying, yeah, they can be some serious jawbreakers. No, I mean, it is true. And, a lot of guys like those. I mean, a lot of guys like the bigger cigars. For me, they don't do anything for me. I mean, I guess if I'm going to be at like an event for a very long time and I got nothing but time to kill and I can only bring one cigar, then yeah, I guess I would bring one of those. But I mean, for me to just go up and say, I'm really craving the Big Johnny tonight. It doesn't happen often, if not at all. Like maybe once in a blue moon, I'll be like, you know what? I'm just going to sit back for like 4 hours and smoke this cigar. And that doesn't happen quite very often, to be honest with you. And right now, speaking of cigars, the Old Henry, it is labeled as a full-bodied cigar, and right now, I'm not getting too much of full-bodied off of it. It has a very, very smooth, mild to medium, to be honest with you. It is a very, very smooth cigar. It's not based off of pepper. It has a nice, just blend of just everything. And, I'm really enjoying it. Now, one thing I will say is I'm not burning all that evenly. And I'm pretty sure that I started it off pretty evenly, but I mean, I could always be mistaken. I'm going to see if it corrects itself, because to me, that's something that's really nice when a cigar can correct itself. But I am really, really enjoying this so far. And it has just a beautiful, almost like an aroma to it. Like it does have a nice aroma. Like the smoke is very, very nice. And the flavor profile is really awesome as well. Before I forget, I have an announcement to make to everybody. And if you are just joining us, tonight we are smoking the Old Henry, which is an awesome, awesome cigar. A lot of good things that I can say about this cigar, and I've read a lot of good things about this cigar. So I'm really, really impressed with this cigar so far. But one thing I would like for everybody to do, if you get the chance, if you have ever smoked a Protocol cigar, I'm going to be going live on here. You're going to see this on Facebook and on YouTube. We are going live on February 24th. Same time, same place, here in the smoking section. We are going live with Protocol Cigars. We are doing a live stream. I'm going to have them on here. I'm going to have like 2 or 3 cameras on here with me. They're going to be at their home studio smoking a Protocol. I'm going to be here smoking a Protocol. I got them in the mail. I'm going to be going live to get this out. We are going live with Protocol Cigars. This is going to be an awesome, awesome show. It's going to be a lengthy show. I can promise you that. We're probably going to be touching anywhere from about an hour to maybe an hour and a half, depending on how things roll on. I'm really, really excited about this. This has been in the works. So please mark your calendars for February 24th. We are going to have Protocol Cigars in the smoking section. I am absolutely thrilled about this. I cannot tell you how happy I am that this is coming through. I'm just really, really excited. And I'll make another announcement about that throughout the stream. But yes, please look out for it. And I have Dennis McDonald coming in. That's awesome. What's going on, Dennis? For those of you that don't know, Dennis McDonald, his wife and daughter. His wife is Jess. His daughter is Finley. They have their own store that you can buy awesome things at. Check them out. It's called Finley's Boutique. One of the things you can buy there is a beautiful marble ashtray. All right, single cigar ashtray. You got a nice little spot right here to lay your cigar. Your ash goes up here. You know what the best part is? It has a matching coaster. Okay, I can put my banana bread beer on the coaster that I have my cigar sitting in. It is a beautiful, beautiful together gift. I know Valentine's Day is over, but if you want to stay out of the doghouse and you want to get your significant other something nice, if they smoke cigars, you can definitely pick one of these up. Also, if your wife or daughter does not smoke cigars, they also have leggings there as well. They have leggings, they have t-shirts, they have all sorts of stuff. Check them out, okay? Go to Finley's Boutique. I will put a link in the description. But I figured I would introduce Mr. McDonald coming in tonight. His wife and daughter both have that. Finley's Boutique. It is an awesome, awesome place. I love their material. I really do. They are just awesome, awesome people. I love it. I love the family atmosphere. It's awesome. And Dennis always reps his wife and daughter. He's a true husband, a true father. He gives them all his support, and I support him as well. So definitely check him out. I will put a link in the description to this video. So please check that out if you get a chance. Or you can go to Facebook groups, or not Facebook groups, but go to Facebook and check out Finley's Boutique. And you can look them up that way. And I think there's even a link there that you can just hit, start shopping, and it'll bring you right over to their merchandise. So check them out. Definitely check them out. Dennis saying, thank you for the shout out, brother. Yeah, anytime, man. Like I said, I mean, I love their stuff. I really do. And I'm a big supporter of just like family businesses. I love the fact that, Dennis's wife and daughter are doing this together. I think it's really important that you have that mother-daughter bond, that awesome just togetherness where they're doing this together, something that they can build off of. They're making a beautiful, beautiful relationship off of. So, I mean, I'm a big supporter of that, and if I can support it somehow, I will, as always. Pause and Smoke saying, have you ever smoked a cigar with a tip? Not a Swisher's with tip. Cigar Titans did a video called Just the Tip, like what George Byrne used to smoke his cigars. I have not. I have never used a tip to smoke a cigar. I am not a big fan of tips. The only thing I will do with a cigar, and I haven't done it for a very, very long time, is I actually have a pipe. I do smoke a pipe every now and then. It's more of like a summer thing, but I do smoke a pipe, and I will take my cigar and I will put it in the pipe like that, and I will smoke the rest of my cigar. I'll take, everything off. I'll take the ring off, and I'll finish out the cigar in my pipe if I really, really enjoy the cigar that much. I will do something like that. But I've never I've never used a tip. I've never really needed to. If anything, I might use a cigar dagger. I'll poke it through the end, and I'll get it down to where like I'm not like burning my fingers. But I've never used a tip. I don't find the need for it. And for me, a tip almost has that weird. You got to have the right pull for me. For me, a cigar that I can enjoy is all about the pull. It's not about trying to smoke it down as far as I can. If I'm fighting that cigar, and I feel like a tip would definitely reduce the flow that I have through that cigar. So I'm not a big fan of tips, to be honest with you. Yes, I've seen the last of the cigar smoked in a pipe. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, look, some people, and I'm going to clean this up while I'm talking about this. As you can see, I'm really starting to canoe on one side here. Um, as you can see, it's really getting uneven here, and I don't want it to go too far. It does look like it's trying to correct itself right there in that little umla, but I don't want to. I don't want to risk it. I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit, as they would say. So I'm going to just clean that up. Now, for me to clean that up, I just kind of touch it a little bit. I don't even keep the flame on it for that long. I just kind of get it to where it's hot and just kind of touch it up. Just make sure I get everything in there. And then I try to keep the flame right about at the same even like you can see now, like right now, that's pretty much even all the way around. I don't really have to go down any further than that. I mean, I can just scorch it up a little bit, but other than that, right now it's corrected. And I'm going to let this soften up a little bit, because if you didn't know this already, whenever you wind up lighting up a cigar like that, if you correct it, all this right here is now pretty solid. So you're going to wind up trying to knock your ash off, and it's like one solid clump. And I don't know if you can see this with my camera or not, but see how it has those nice ridges in it? Can you guys see that? If I turn this around to the spot that I just cleaned up, see how it looks like it's all one sheet? It's all one wall. It actually takes the ash and it kind of melts it all together. So I definitely don't want to try and knock that off right now. And I can actually see there's some red hotness behind that I just lit. So I'm going to let that just, continue itself evenly now. And I'll wait until it kind of cools off a little bit before I try to knock it off. But all in all, I got to tell you, besides that little hiccup, which anybody who knows, if you watch my videos before, I always give my cigar rating on this. My cigar rating might not go along the lines of somebody else's cigar rating. If you watch somebody else that does the same cigar on YouTube, there's a few things that I base my cigars off of versus what other people want to base their cigars off of. Construction is a big one for me, but only if it really starts messing up big. Like something like that, I don't take too many points off of, because I might have lit it wrong. And I don't mean wrong as in like I don't know how to light a cigar, but I might have not been able to see the other side of it, or maybe it cooled down a little quicker. I didn't leave as much heat to the one side, so it looked like it got started pretty well, but then it wound up, really not being all that lit. So I will, I don't take too much off of, for that, just because it could have been a code 7, as I like to say, or operator error. So, and now you can see I knocked that ash off, and now it's still a little solid right here, but that's fine. But it is burning quite evenly now. So if you've ever fixed up a cigar before, now you kind of know how. So we're learning together. That's great. I love it. But I got to tell you right now, as I'm about halfway through my second third, the spice is starting to kick up a little bit more, which I like. I am a big full-bodied cigar smoker. I love full-bodied cigars. They're one of my favorites, to be honest with you, and it's really doing a nice job of kicking itself up a little bit, which I am perfectly fine with. Now, is it one of the more full-bodied cigars? No, it's not one of the most full-bodied that I have. It is starting to get a little bit more full-bodied, but it's not anything anything bad. It's still that really nice evenness to it. So I'm actually gonna take that off for now, so that way everybody can see. Because I feel like the overlay kind of blocks everything sometimes. So I'm gonna take that off. But yeah, it's doing a really really nice job so far. And you know, for my first time smoking this, I'm really really impressed with this cigar. To be honest with you, it's a nice blend. And you know, for it being just a very very simple looking cigar, I mean, you got Old Henry up there at the top. You got looks like some gold coins that come around it. That nice little English bulldog. I think it's a bulldog. Maybe it's a pit. I can't tell. But that nice, just it's very simple, but it's still basing itself off of, hey, I have a nice flavor I'm bringing, not so much, look at me, I'm really fancy, check that out. And we got a call coming in on the bat phone, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, for it being a very simple looking cigar, it comes with a lot of flavor, and I like that. I don't need a big extravagant looking cigar for me to go for it. I will go for the cigar that doesn't have much going for it, because it might have a lot going for it once you light it up. So that's one of the things that I enjoy a lot about just picking up cigars like this. But all in all, the draw is really really nice on it. I don't feel like I'm fighting with the cigar. It feels like it's doing a really really even pull. Now that I've cleaned it up, it does seem to be burning itself evenly now. But it's a very easygoing cigar. It's not something that I'm really having to work for, which I really enjoy about my cigars as well. All in all, I think it's an absolute great cigar. All the reviews that I read, I think, are correct. It's one of those cigars that you wouldn't expect, to be honest with you. It's just one of those cigars that you're just kind of like, is it going to be what they say it's going to be? Doesn't look like much, but honestly, it really is. I can honestly tell you that it's a nice cigar. It's one of those cigars that you want to keep in your humidor, because I honestly don't think that there's ever a bad time to smoke one of these. I honestly feel as though this is a great cigar to go with anything, whether you're out on the golf course, you're out by the pool, you're out on the beach, you're chillaxing, not chillacking, but you're chillaxing out there like in the garage, working on the car, whatever the case may be, whatever you like to do. This is one of those cigars that you can pick up and just enjoy, and you're not going to have a lot of trouble with. So I really, really enjoy that about it. And even now, like as I do the retro hail, there's still like this other flavor that I really can't put my finger on right now. And that's why I keep pausing, because I'm still trying to kind of figure out what this flavor actually is. But it's a very, very easygoing cigar. Dennis is saying, what do you have for a humidor? I have I have 4 different humidors going right now. So I have 2 bigger ones that are anywhere from like 150 to like 100 to 150 count cigar humidors. Actually, I think I got 5 humidors going right now. So I have those 2 that are a count like that. I have my one for the smoking section that I have all the cigars that I want to do a review on, which is this guy right here, which is like a 25 count, I believe. And you guys can probably see all the cigars that are coming up on the stream, that I have going on right there. There's a few missing out of there because I have been picking from this to do the mini cigar review series and obviously the live stream. And then I have just a few, just a few cigar boxes that I've been putting some overstock in. I wound up putting a couple Bovita packs in them, and I just have some overstock, some things that I've already smoked, and that I wanted to get out of there so that way I can kind of organize everything. I try to be really organized with my humidors. So anything that's new that I want to try right away, I wind up putting in this humidor right here. so that way I can do the cigar review. I can do the live cigar review, whatever the case may be. I even have my Tuscanellos down here. So whenever I do my morning cigar talk, I have my Tuscanellos, my little leather pack that has my extra Tuscanellos in it. So I mean, I try to keep everything somewhat organized, so that way I know that, wherever I'm at, I know what I have upstairs, I know what I have down here in the smoking section. So I mean, it's just, I try my hardest, and it's not always that easy, because there's some cigars that I want to bring down that I keep trying to filter and crisscross and put back up, and sometimes it's a mess. But I do try to keep it organized. Dennis saying, that's the same one you have. Do you use liquid or a pouch? I use both. So in this humidor right here, I actually have the liquid, the distilled water. I have that in there. I believe it's a Cigar little bottle of the distilled water. So I use that in this one. And then for upstairs, I do use the Bovita packs. I love the Bovita packs. And usually I try to I'll keep anywhere from the 69 to the 70 Bovita packs. And all my humidors are anywhere from that 68 to 70 range for my cigars. I don't like a real moist cigar, because I feel like it doesn't stay lit for very long, but I don't like a very dry cigar either, because I feel like I get a lot more cracks. I get a lot more stuff going on. So, I mean, I just try to keep it right there in that nice, even Steven kind of way. Pause and Smoke saying the red, white, and gold band on that one looks similar to the band on the Romeo by Romeo and Juliet. The 6x54 from here, a favorite of mine. Yeah, it does. And Romeo and Juliet always kind of stick with the same colors, I've noticed. They always do like that red and white, or like a red, white, and gold, a solid red with just a little bit of white in it. So, I mean, it kind of does have a little bit of that same look to it. But, I mean, with this one, I do have like right around like here, like in this area. It's almost like an off yellow, like an egg yellow, with the gold and red and everything in it. So I mean, it is pretty similar. And my camera isn't the best when it comes to picking up the quality of the cigar. I will be looking into buying a better camera to try and do all this with, so that way it doesn't keep making the cigar look hazy. But it's kind of where I land with my camera for right now. Dennis says, never had luck with the liquid. The liquid is difficult sometimes. You really have to know how to season your humidor for the liquid to really do its thing. For me, I've messed up a lot of cigars by not seasoning my humidor right, and I always thought it was the liquid, but come to find out, it was my humidor. I didn't put enough of the distilled water around it. I didn't soak it into the wood enough. I just kind of gave it a light coat because I wasn't sure at that point in time. So I always felt like my cigars were either too dry or too moist because they were sitting right by the liquid. It was a really, really weird combination of things in my humidor. So to me, it really depends on how well you can season your humidor for the liquid to actually work. And the other thing is too, you got to try and figure out with the sponge size. Like for me in this one right here, I have one of those long strip sponges, which is perfect for 25. Now, like if I were to use the liquid in one of my other humidors that hold like the 100, you might need a bigger sponge or like a bigger area to keep that liquid in there, so that way you can it can be distributed equally amongst all your cigars. So you might be underrating some of your cigars with that liquid in there, or the distilled water. You might be underrating it a little bit. So maybe try a bigger sponge and see if that can get you about to where you need to be. Trying to get your humidor, it's a science, but now, I mean, it's so easy with trying to, keep your humidor at that right temperature because of the Bovita packs. Even like the Cigar, the gel beads, You can buy those little Cigar jars about yay big or bigger, and you just, you fill that with distilled water. It soaks it all up, and then right there, the beads just kind of do their thing. I mean, right now they have so much stuff out there for humidors. It always can be something different. But from my standpoint, go with what you know. If you want to try liquid, go for it. Like if you want to try distilled water, go for it. If you don't want to try distilled water and you want to stick with Bovita packs, definitely stick with that. Never risk that on a humidor that you already have set up well. If you buy a new humidor or you want to try it and you want to see if you can get it about the same, use a cigar box. Use a really nice cigar box if you can, and just try and season it, and put the liquid in there and see right about where you land. If you have to get another I know it's not a thermometer, but I can't think of the word right now. But if you want to get another dial to tell you what your percentage of humidity is, buy another one and try it. See where you can kind of land with that. You got to do it what makes you comfortable with, how you set up your humidors, because nobody knows exactly why some work and some don't, other than just, you got to go with what you know. If you're more comfortable with one than the other, then go for it. Roll with it. Terry Monroe saying, "Hey, Sean, I'm late." Yeah, I know you're always late, but it's fine. I love you no matter what. But yeah, definitely give it a try. If you get the chance, if you feel brave, maybe if you buy yourself a new humidor, put Bovita packs in one and try the liquid in another. Hygrometer, that's what it is. Thank you, I appreciate that. I was having a bit of a brain fart for that. And there are YouTube videos too on how to season it properly. Some people they think that if they season it and they let it go for that first 24 hours, that everything's okay to just throw in. There are steps you got to take for that. So definitely read the directions. I bought my father a humidor for Christmas. It had a really nice saying engraved on it. I believe it was something like, cigars get smoked, but our friendship is forever. And I love you, Dad. Something to that effect. And, they say, put like a cup of salt in a bag with your hygrometer and, some distilled water, and try and calibrate it and everything. Maybe it's not your humidor. Maybe it's your hygrometer. Maybe your hygrometer is starting to fail you. Maybe you are at where you need to be, but your hygrometer is giving you a false reading. So, definitely check that as well. There's a multitude of things that it could be. Really, there is. You just got to cover all your bases, at the end of the day. And right now, Old Henry is covering all of his bases. Still a really, really smooth cigar. It did pick up a little bit in the spiciness, but, it's not fully dependent on that. The leather tones are really starting to come out now. That cedar is still kind of there. The pepper that's in there as well is mixing really well. And there's still a little, a subtle sweetness to it as well. So, it's doing a really nice job of just mixing everything. And I really feel as though this cigar is definitely living up to the hype, which I'm really, really happy about. And of course, I don't do any research on the cigar that I'm going to smoke until the day that I'm going to smoke it. So it's not as though I say, well, like, let's bring in, a bunch of different cigars that, I did a bunch of research on and see what I can bring to the cigar, that it's only going to be good cigars. I don't really go that way. I always try to bring on a cigar. Now, if I've had the cigar before and I can give an honest opinion about it, I do. But 9 times out of 10, right now I'm doing a bunch of new cigars for me. I'm bringing a bunch of new stuff onto the stream. So for me, it's pretty raw. It's about as raw as it can get, to be honest with you. But all in all, it's a really, really great cigar, and I'm really, really happy with the way this one turned out and is turning out. For the live streams, I try to keep them short because I know not everybody has the hour to dedicate to just watching one guy smoke a cigar, which I completely understand. And I told you I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it real quick. But if you do want to try and set aside some time for a longer stream. Please mark your calendars for February 24th, where we will have Protocol cigars in the smoking section, which I'm absolutely thrilled about. I have never smoked a Protocol cigar, and I have them coming in the mail, and I am so excited to have my first Protocol cigar, and I'm going to have it live in the smoking section with Protocol cigars. So I'm really excited about that. It really feels like I'm making progress with the channel. I'm not, doing guest speakers all the time. When I can get guest speakers, it'd be great. I love having guest speakers. I had my boss from the smoking section, or from the Smoking Dog, come in, and she wound up being my co-host along with her husband, and now I have Protocol cigars coming in. So I got things in the works. I'm doing things as much as I can. It's just a matter of trying to get timing and get the cigars to be able to do that and this and that. So I'm really, really excited about that. So definitely mark your calendars for February 24th here in the smoking section. You can either view it on Facebook or on YouTube, depending on where you're viewing it now. And you can definitely check that out and be a part of the stream. You can ask Protocol Cigars questions. We're going to get some backstory about them. We're going to get, how they came up with their blends, how they came up with the name. We're getting a whole bunch of stuff with them. So I'm really excited about it. Pause and Smoke saying, are you also on Instagram? I am. So my Instagram is the underscore smoking underscore section #1, all one word. So I am on Instagram as well. So you can definitely check it out. Now, I'm not streaming on Instagram because it wound up doing some funky thing where you got to try and go on to Duck Stream or like Stream Duck to then get your Instagram IP address to then put it into StreamYard to then be able to post it to it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. I wish that it was as simple as YouTube and Facebook is, where you could just do that. Because that was just absolutely annoying. And I'm still going to try it. I'm still going to try and do it. But it was just a real pain in the butt to try and get Instagram on there as well. But I gotta do it. You know what? The other thing I can do is I can also try and stream Instagram from either my phone, maybe, or a tablet. I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to do that, to be honest with you. Because then I'd have to do like double postings and this and that. We'll see where it goes. But that might be a little later down the line. We'll see how it goes. But I am really, really happy with Old Henry. I know that I said I'm bringing a new friend on, but I think that this is going to be a good friend to keep around. I am definitely going to keep around the Old Henry as I finish this up tonight. It has a great flavor. Everything just kind of comes together real nicely. Aside from having that burn issue where I said I wasn't going to take a lot of points off of the cigar for, which I'm not going to. I had to clean it up once. But other than that, the draw has been really, really nice. The flavor profile is really relaxing. It's not too much. It's not too full-bodied. It's not too mellow. It's that perfect blend where everything comes together. Nothing is fighting each other to try and take the lead, and it just all kind of joins together. So I'm just really, really happy with the way this cigar turned out. I cannot wait until next Wednesday. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm really, really excited about next Wednesday to finally try and get somewhere with the smoking section and using StreamYard, which I have to do a big shout out to StreamYard for making this big system where, I can put different people on. I can, smoke from here and have somebody all the way in California doing their thing, and it's awesome. So I'm really excited about this. This is opening up so many doors for us here in the smoking section, and it's just going to be an awesome, awesome ride. So but as I finish up Old Henry, and I'm going to give my cigar evaluation right now. All in all, I still have some more to go, which I'm going to enjoy as I post this video and get everything all set up and get cleaned up. All in all, I'm going to give it a 4.5 or like a 4.2, out of 5 stars for the cigar. like I said, I didn't take too many points off for the uneven burn. I took just a few off of there for that. All in all, it's still an A-plus cigar for me. I really like the way that this cigar turned out. I'm really happy that I wound up bringing this onto the stream. As far as the flavor profile, I was really impressed with the flavor profile. It wasn't weak. I wasn't sitting here searching for different things. Everything was just very clean and crisp and right there in your face. And, it didn't try to overpower one another. Everything just kind of came together real nicely. So I'm really, really happy with the way this cigar turned out. The draw on this cigar was, in my opinion, perfect. It wasn't too easy. It wasn't too hard. It was just right. So Goldilocks and the Three Bears would definitely enjoy this because it was right straight down the middle. It was an absolute awesome cigar when it came to even pull. So if you have not gotten the chance to smoke Old Henry yet, definitely give them a try. Like I said, you can get these at Holt's. As far as I know, so let's see if I can find Corona Robusto. All right, so for the one that I'm smoking right now, this one right here, the one that I'm smoking right now, for a box of 25, you're looking at $109.95 on Holtz. A 5-pack is about $26, and for a single Old Henry, you're looking at $5.50, which I think is an absolutely awesome price for an awesome cigar. Really affordable. It can actually be your everyday cigar. If you spend that kind of money, you can actually buy one of these every day for 7 days a week and spend less on 7 cigars than you would on 7 packs of cigarettes. That is nuts. That is absolutely nuts. And you're going to get more enjoyment out of this, and it's better for you. So, Pause and Smoke saying, Old Henry, man's best friend, a good one to keep around. Cigars. There you go, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. But definitely, if you haven't given it a try already, definitely check out Old Henry and see what they bring to your table. Because to me, he brought everything to the table, and I am really, really impressed with this cigar. But as I finish this up, if you are just joining us, or if you're going to be watching this later, you can follow me right here on YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram. I will put links into all the descriptions in all the videos. No matter where you find it, you will find a link to get to me somehow, some way, if you enjoy what I do. Please don't forget, if you haven't already, like this video if you like what I do. If you don't like what I do, then you can give it a thumbs down. I'm not going to hate on you. I'm not going to hate on you because sometimes I get a little winded, or maybe you don't agree with something that I said. But definitely leave a comment. If you like what I'm doing, give me a like. If you're not already a member of the Smoking Section, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, or on YouTube, become a member. Check us out. Subscribe on YouTube. Like us or request a membership on Facebook, or just follow us on Instagram. It's that easy, and you will know every time a video drops if you enjoy these videos. So as always, everybody, I want to say thank you all for watching. I'm going to finish up this cigar. I'm going to finish up my banana bread beer, prepare myself for the snow that we're supposed to be getting here in New Jersey soon. And I hope everybody has a great day. I cannot wait to see you all again on Friday when I do my morning cigar talk, which we do every Friday right between the 8 and 9 o'clock hour. You will see a video posted. And I hope everybody, as always, stays blessed, stays smoking, and I will catch you guys on the next one. And do not forget to check us out next week on Wednesday, where we have Protocol cigars coming into the Smoking Section. So that's really exciting for me. Hopefully it's exciting for you. And I will catch you guys on the next one. As always, I am out of here. Sean with the Smoking Section, signing off. Take it easy, everybody, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.